So for question 10, it's about a protease called trypsin. It can catalyze the breakdown of protein. So you can take a look at this equation. Protein is broken down into amino acid and with the aid of trypsin。trypsin 都係幫手㗎啦，加速翻呢個 catabolic activity。And in this experiment, we are going to study the effect of pH on the activity of trypsin. So the pH is the variable we are going to change. So pH should be the independent variable. And also for the activity of trypsin, because it depends on the pH, so the activity of trypsin is the dependent variable. Beware of that. So in this experiment, we are going to prepare the protein, and it is the milk powder mixed up in distilled water, and it will give us a white cloudy suspension. Beware of that. We have the white cloudy suspension at the very beginning, but after we add the trypsin, okay, what will be the effect? And how can we determine the activity of trypsin? 其實我哋點樣判斷呢個 trypsin 佢嘅activity 係有幾快或者幾慢呢？ Okay? It depends on this setup. We have the white cloudy suspension, we have the enzyme and put them into 45 degrees Celsius water bath, and also we have 6 setup, 6個 setup, okay, because we change the pH 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 6 setups. So let's take a look at the table. We change the pH, so it's the IV, and then we measure the time taken for suspension to become clear, and it's the dV. Beware of that. At the very beginning, the milk powder suspension is white and cloudy, and we are measuring the activity of trypsin by the time taken for the suspension to become clear, from cloudy, from white to clear. And the last column is the rate of reaction, just 1 over time, and then it is still dV, and the unit is not per second, it's per minute. It's different from the question 8. So for the part A, suggest why the cloudy suspension goes clear when mixed with the trypsin. Beware of the verb suggest. And what are you going to suggest is the reason. So when you see suggest why, so probably you are asked to explain something. So in part A, explain the cloudy suspension grows clear when mixed up with the trypsin. So you can see that the milk powder is white, is cloudy, and after mixing it with the trypsin, it becomes clear. So the hint is that what is colorless? What is colorless? The protein or the amino acid? So it's quite obvious, okay, for part A. 都幾明顯嘅個答案。Protein 蛋白質你一睇之後知有顏色㗎啦，白色㗎啦，係咪？咁即係 amino acid 就係冇色㗎啦 ，colorless 啦，係咪 ？So for part B1, use the information in the table to describe the effect of pH on the activity of trypsin. So in this case, you know that we have already learned the concept of pH, and we have this graph. We have the pH, and we also have the rate of reaction, and we know that the working range of each enzyme is very narrow. It's very narrow. 係好窄㗎，佢哋嘅 working range. So at this point, at a certain pH, it will result in maximum rate of reaction. In a certain pH, it will result another maximum rate of reaction. So it is an optimum pH, And then we know that no matter is lower pH or higher pH, lower than the optimum pH or higher than the optimum pH, so the enzymes become inactive. But why? Because the enzymes are denatured. No matter the situation, the condition is lower than the optimum pH or higher than the optimum pH. Remember this case. So, use the information in the table to describe the effect of pH on the activity of trypsin. So you can see that by increasing the pH, will the time taken for suspension to clear be shorter or be longer? And beyond a certain pH, what will be the effect? At least you have these 2 points. By increasing the pH from 5 to 8, we have a certain result. And then we keep increasing the pH from 8 to 9 to 10, what will be the result? Describe the effect of pH. Just like the case in question 8, I'm not asking you to describe each pH. I just want you to tell me the tendency. 我淨係想知道個趨勢啫。And for part B2, explain how pH affects the activity of enzyme. You can refer to your book or you can refer to this graph. So you can see that below the optimum pH or above the optimum pH, what will be the activity of the enzyme, and explain how pH affects it. So at least you need to talk about something like active site, denature, something like that. And of course, if we want to talk about the activity of the enzyme, what you need to mention, substrates, and also the enzyme, substrate, complex. So there are the terms you need to mention in part B2. And for part C, suggest why the experiment was carried out in the water bath at 45 degrees Celsius. I think part C is the easiest one, so I leave it to you. But beware of that, suggest why. It means explain. Explain why do we need to put the setup at 45 degrees Celsius. 45度有幾咁特別呢？